Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And it's going to be the third-year quarterback leading the charge. Winner of double-digit games in each of his first 2 seasons, Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Here's Nix to throw. Downfield, this finds Waddle. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
To throw, here's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. From the red zone on first. And that's exactly what they needed to begin this game. Touchdown, Broncos! Pat Bryant capping off a 71-yard drive with 6. All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. But it might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Sky Moore on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. And it's the Utah State alum quarterback. Year 6 of his career, year 4 as a starter now. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now, Well, now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Kicks the handoff, now low. This is Reed working the right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. To the air with Love. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Man in motion, out of the slot. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that one's going to fall incomplete. That forces 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. He'll slide down after picking up a couple. 2nd down upcoming.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Next to throw on 2nd. Hits him on the quick hitter. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Going for the 1st with Dobbins. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down from the 42. They've got a man in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Man in motion here. Throwing on 2nd, Nix. Completed to Sutton. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the 1st. That brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On the draw, they give to Harvey. He's hauled down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that 1st down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a 1st. We're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. It's Nix out of the pistol. his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On second down, here's Dobbins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Looking to stop that time, Keyshawn Nixon.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
Leading 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Now Nix. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And nothing doing there. Lucky if he got a yard after that catch. Yep, they're going to give him a lone yard, so that means it's 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Going for it on 4th, Nix. Waddle makes the catch. And it pays off. He gets him that first down, Brock. I love it when a team stays aggressive even though they've got the lead. Keeping their offense out there to try to add to it.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's Nix on 1st and 10. And he's only missed once on this series. 4 of 5 throwing the ball. The play fake, he'll throw. That's to Waddle again. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Harvey. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker,
yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and goal, here's Nix. Throw to the right, finds Waddle. Ooh, no luck, he tried, he was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Will Lutz get the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point, and 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Moore with a return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Play action. Love. Finds him on the crossing route. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Love now, off the play action. Caught for a moment, but the hit knocks that out. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Motioning the tight end now. 2nd down throw for Love. The throw left side to Watson. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To the air on 3rd and long. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 here for Nix. And he's already up to 100 yards for this game. Motion man sent left. Throwing here, Nix. Now he takes it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Running left, it's Dobbins. Down the sideline inside the 40. All the way, touchdown Denver! Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Send right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Broncos 17, Packers nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Bronc. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that will be good for a Packers first down.
You see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
We've set it down from 37. Here's Love. That's complete to Reed, out left. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like about 11 yards. And that is a Packers first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Love now. He finds Watson over the middle. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Throwing, it's Love. Back quickly to Watson. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
They completed the pass, but they lost one on second down, so now they've got third down. Love looking to pass. Right back to Watson. This is Cox. And good presence there by the defense, containing that to the short field. Only 2 yards picked up. He is well away from the marker. It's 4th down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
A gain of 15
Well, more
yards.
often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play.
First
When you
and
get
10
that
at the
big play potential on the
39-yard
ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. It's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
A 6-yard
That is a
pickup.
textbook
Brings up
first down
2nd and 4
completion.
at
Sets
the
up second and
44-yard
very
line.
manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and to midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Down at his 49-yard
That offensive
line.
group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Now Nix on 3rd down. He's going to run for it. And Nix slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. It's going to be first down, Denver. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Here's Nix. And they will take him down. They got him back to the 41. Edger and Cooper. And after the play, it's 2nd down now and 17.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
This finds Franklin. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And to the ground he goes. Slide into a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
49-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun. Play fake, it's Love. When the drive nearly ends on the first play, he had the interception but dropped it. That means it's second down. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And that'll bring up second down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
On second down, Jacobs. Through the second level at the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark.
Yeah.
That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacked runs like that will sure help.
There's Love to throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Big hitter on first down. 33 yards.
On the play.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air with Love. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on their next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Looking to his fullback now. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Here's Nix to throw. That one finds his man, Ingram. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Pitching it out to Dobbins. Fights his way through a tackle. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
New set of downs from the 37. Now Nix. Left side now caught by Sutton. And they're going to force him out after almost no damage at all. Might have gotten a couple of yards at best on that 1st down play.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Couple of yards on the catch leaves them 2nd and 8. It's Harvey straight ahead. He's 4A up the middle. That's about 3. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw, here's Nix. He's got it, complete to Bryant. And he's going to have them a first down. It was close for a moment when he caught it, but he knew what he needed to do after he did so.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Here's Nix on 1st and 10. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
A gain of 12
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Dobbins. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Nix now to throw. He brings it in. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, that this quarterback trusts this tight end a whole bunch. Already now his 3rd catch on this drive, and it really doesn't matter what the defense does. Even good coverage can't stop him.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. The Broncos on top here at Mile High. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Dobbins can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
The Packers take their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throwing here, Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And in. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey ending a drive that, listen to this, lasted over 6 minutes. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown, I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
Packers 3.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Return starts from the goal line. This makes it up to the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off the interception they threw in enemy territory. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Back to work after throwing the pick. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Throwing, it's Love. He's going to tuck it and run. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Love now. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Nix looking to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down. Ooh, coming off a touchdown on their previous drive, you can almost feel the urgency up here, Brock. They want to add more.
Yeah, urgency and aggressiveness. Those are kind of the ingredients in the recipe for this offense, and certainly their success today.
Working on 2nd down. Nix. Dumps this one off to Harvey. And out of bounds he goes after a gain of 8. It is 3rd down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Nick's on third down. Hits him on the out route. And it's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the first down for him. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts.
That's good.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 here for Nix. And he has eclipsed 200 passing yards, and we haven't even reached halftime yet. They are throwing it again. A throw to the right finds Waddle. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And it's going to be first down Denver. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Oh, finds his back. Harvey. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew here in Orlando. Back to Denver in just a bit. First, though, a quick look at some of the highlights and numbers from the first 2 quarters. And we'll focus on this man, Bo Nix. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well as we get you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Moore with a return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Here's Love. Pass caught out right by Golden. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And that gives Green Bay the first down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Running on first here with Jacobs. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he gets this shot all the way to the 31-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
That's Reed on a slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Now it's Taylor. The pass is taken in by Golden. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that will be good for a Packers first down.
First down.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a first down.
This is caught. He still has some room. And he gets home. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, a 19-yard score. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point
Throwing,
conversion.
Taylor. It's caught. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game.
27. Packers 11.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Carry here for Dobbins. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 25-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Well, another catch for Waddle. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
This is Dobbins. He dodged the tackle. Past the 20. And he gets home. Touchdown, Broncos. J.K. Dobbins brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Extra point try now from Lutz. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead now up to 23.
Makes the score, Broncos 34, Packers 11.
Here's Lutz set to kick
Will
this
Lutz
away.
to kick off for the Broncos.
Return starts from the goal line. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10.
The Packers and receiver Jaden Reed set to take over once again. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Packers getting set here. First and 10. The motion to receiver left. Starting on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air, Taylor. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's Taylor. He's got his man. This is Kraft. They're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Taylor on 1st and 10. And he has been a perfect 4 for 4 passing since he came into this contest. Now looking to throw. He finds Golden. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Taylor. Back-to-back goes Golden. He's going to be hauled down after a small pickup. Maybe got 4 yards there. And that is a Packers 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 for Taylor. And he hasn't missed since entering the game, Brock, connecting on all 6 of his pass attempts. They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Escapes a defender. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He still has room inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Hand off here to Lloyd. He stops here, gain of about 7, and that gives Green Bay the first down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Slot receivers headed left. Quick throw is caught. And he gets home. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Complete to Luke Musgrave.
Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Matt LaFleur with faith in his offense. They're set to try for 2. Running back sent in motion left. Looking to throw. Taylor. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut 2 more off that lead.
34. Packers 19.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Harvey now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Man in motion, headed right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
They completed the pass, but they lost one on 2nd down, so now they've got 3rd down. Nix now to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for him as they still trail here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Jacobs. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The ball carrier.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They stick with Jacobs. He's going to be just 1 step away from that first down. They haul him down near the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. That play's going to be cut down after a gain of 2. And that will be good for Packers first down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
They send the tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor now. He's under pressure. He's not going to get away. They take him down at the 30. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Jacobs running behind center. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Taylor to throw. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. And motion the tight end over. From the gun on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pencertan has it.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber. Won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They motion Waddle over left. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And can't find a connection on 2nd down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Nix. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Out now runs the Packer offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Jacobs. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Going run again with Jacobs. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that is a Packers 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. Jonathan Cooper. And that will make it 2nd down now and 16 to go. So we're through 3 here. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Back to throw now. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Back now, pressure coming. He's going to run for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Broncos offense all set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Nix to throw. Then he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. As the Packers go back on offense, there you see Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. This is season number 6 across 2 stints with the Broncos, his 4th as defensive coordinator here, Brock, and previously their head coach in 2017 and 18. New set of downs for him from the 31. Motioning left is their running back. They'll throw here on 1st. That's Reed on the slant. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the 1st down too.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. They kick the running back in motion. Now it's Taylor. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
They'll work against the blitz. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I'm I'm not going to pretend to be a chess player, but I've watched enough to know, and enough maybe to be dangerous, Kate. And I think you get to a chess match and you know what the next move is going to be. This defense knows shots are coming, and they were prepared.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. All right, Brock, QB1, I got a question for you. Are you always expecting the rush to be dialed up like that, dialed up a notch when it's third down?
Is water wet? Is it Pope Catholic? Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Yes, yes, and yes.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down. Oh boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah. You know, that's really well said because, you know, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
And far ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw, here's Nix. Downfield, this finds Waddle. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They motion Waddle over left. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nick's getting to stretch his legs a little bit here. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Well, you taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Now Nick's on third down. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. To the air, Taylor. Nowhere to go with it. He's planted. They got him at the 16. Allen gets him again. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Taylor. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. And that's incomplete, so the defense forces 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Broncos are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Harvey to kick this one off. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Running left, it's Dobbins. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Running it again with Dobbins. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Nix. And they will take him down. They got him back at the 41. Micah Parsons. And that forces a 4th and 7.
It's 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Taylor. He's going to tuck it and run.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
Ball carrier. The stop by DJ Jones. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Throwing, Taylor. Got his man. It's Golden. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that gives Green Bay the 1st down.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up 1st downs and keep the drive on schedule.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Following the interference call, 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw here. He finds Watson over the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. It's another one for Cooper. And now this offense has a lot of ground to make up here on 2nd and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Taylor now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Recovered by the Broncos.
It's quarterback's living nightmare and a defender's dream right there. Not just to get the sack and get home, the sack fumble, that's what these defenders live for.
The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the draw, they give to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos about set to celebrate this win. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Harvey once more. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Nick's looking to throw. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Packers take over 1st.
The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. Toward the perimeter, it's Reed. And out of bounds before he can extend for that marker, Brock, but still a gain of 9. Nicely done on 1st down, 2nd and 1.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. Yeah, you can tell he is pretty tired of taking hits in this one. So rather than endure another one, he just throws that one away.
Captain Obvious will tell you, yep, they got to do a whole lot better job of protecting. Because if you don't protect the quarterback in this level, at this league, yeah, you won't produce.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.